everyone except for May. But I don't think she did it.
Didn't you interview everyone?
She wants to keep the house, and there is no will for it. So she sabotages any attempt to take it over. She gets to live there rent-free.
What? Why? Why would she do it? She loves that place.
It makes sense.
Look, Tegan, she's the only one I don't have an alibi for yet. If someone can get an alibi out of her, then we can reassess.
What? She didn't do it.
That someone is lying about their alibi. That we should focus on Lauren. That we should focus on May. Okay, I'll go first. So far, the evidence seems to be indicating...
It looked real.
No, it was real. I couldn't get anything close to that. It was terrifying.
Olivia, what you saw was in no way related to your scare setup.
My parents are going to flip. She's in her room. Did you happen to see the red spray paint on our house on the way in? Well, she did. She knows what's going on here.
Yeah, well, where is she?
Hey, everyone enough. Calm down. Remember, we're here for May.
That's the problem.
No one gets scared or hurt in a museum.
Get over yourself, Tegan. The only reason people come to this town is for the thrills, not old crockery and moldering period costumes.
What? Are you serious? Scaring people? Someone could have gotten hurt. You always take things too far.
All right, yeah, so I was rigging up fake hauntings to scare tourists. Big whoop.
Yeah.
Did you track down any new leads for the arsonist? Did you find anything else at the cemetery?
It's no legend, Tegan. All three of us saw something. It's real.
History is different than legend.
Isn't that what you do?
Oh, please, Olivia. You never believed in ghosts. It's all theater to you. Only thing you believe in is making a buck from real-lived pain.
You never believed. Now there's proof.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well?
This is puzzling. Wait, you saw a woman and you saw a man. But it was the same apparition?
Wow. So I'm the only one still grounded in reality here?
That's not who I saw. I saw a woman, and I couldn't see her eyes.
It was a man with black eyes.
To be fair, I couldn't see her eyes.
Looked like a woman to me.
That wasn't a woman.
Yeah?
Wait, her?
I've never seen anything like it. And her eyes. You see? They exist.
Okay. Can you describe to me what you saw? Okay. Thank you for telling me, May.
Don't make me talk about it more.
So it was an accident. You were just a kid. Harsh to suspect you now because of something you didn't mean to happen.
I was 9. It was an old shed, and I wasn't supposed to play in it. It was kind of a den full of stuff, like candles. I got stuck inside. You can work out the rest.
I'm not trying to pry. It's just that so far, the main cause for suspecting you of the Hathorn fire seems to be this previous one. I only want to understand.
There was a fire. I was in it.
Would you tell me what happened?
I prefer it to pity.
I'm sorry that happened to you. And I'm sorry if people judge you for your burns.
I've got a burn mark covering the entire side of my face and like most of my arms. It must be me. Isn't it obvious?
And on the night of the arson?
I don't even have a passport. I don't go anywhere, so I wasn't in Austria, if that's what you're thinking.
Giving us your alibi would help you so much. Oh, okay.
No, never.
Yeah.
Like ghosts?
Did you ever see anything strange when you were there?
Uh-huh.
People tell me there's a good reason to suspect you, but no one can say why. Do you feel ready to talk about your alibi? You said you used to hang out at the Hathorn house, right?
Look, thanks for breakfast. I just want to say, I know you're trying to help, but I think you're wasting your time. If you say so.
We're going to find out who did this, May. I promise.
Nope.
Hey, are you feeling any better about the case?
And be careful. I have something to add. Whoever is responsible for this crime is going to great lengths to cover it up. We don't know if these people are dangerous. Remember that.
Oh, that's what that smell is.
Nancy! Hi! Joe was just, making an effort.
They're trying their best to unimpress me. Mission accomplished.
What are you guys doing in here?
Oh my, oh my, oh my, not good, not good, not good!
I don't know yet, but I think it's someone else.
Well, don't stop there. Go on.
May is protecting something, and I need to figure out what or whom. But I just have this feeling.
Nancy, if you're missing an alibi, wouldn't you think that that person has something to hide?
Just like you said, I can't believe it.
However, this book was stolen as well, 3 days ago, when Nancy was there.
The Book of Apologies. My dad asked me to retrieve it from Mosam Castle in Austria, as a favor for Judge Danforth, who works here in Salem. It details all the victims of the witch trials, some of which are still unknown to this day.
Theft of what?
All right. What else?
True. But maybe my father can convince him. They're old friends. I can give him a call.
The judge might not let you do that. He didn't sound very forthcoming.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I'd like to review the crime scene at the courthouse for any clues.
Too coincidental not to be connected.
The descendants of the accused witches of the 1692 Salem witch trials. They're staking a claim to the Hathorne estate due to unjust dispossession and execution of their ancestors. It's one of the reasons I searched for the Book of Apologies in Austria, as it contains a record of wronged families. But someone swiped it from right under my nose. And around the time of the arson, there was a burglary at the judge's office.
The what?
The judge was working with Tegan on developing a case for the Accused Witches organization.
We don't know.
What was stolen?
We need to ask everyone we've met where they were on the night of the arson. Corroborating their answers with whomever they were with will help bring into focus who is and isn't a suspect.
And we haven't had the chance to collect any alibis yet.
We need to figure out how the theft from Mosam Castle is connected to this case. Judge Danforth mentioned that he was the victim of a burglary, the arson that happened last week.
So, Nancy, what do you think we should focus on for the investigation?
I can ask around about alibis during this time period as well. See if anyone in town can't be accounted for. Might point us in the right direction.
Well, that certainly didn't stop the thief, whoever it is.
The resident historian told me the judge who wrote the book willed all his belongings to be preserved by whichever museum would have them at the time. That must be how it ended up in an Austrian castle, for safekeeping.
Great question.
Why was this book all the way in Austria?
What?
Even with the most modern scientific techniques available, there are many phenomena that we still cannot explain. I believe what you saw was real.
Yeah, I can't explain it. Yet.
I already told them about the whole sighting.
Yes, sounds super exciting.
One thing I'd like to do today is check the town archives. So I guess you're wondering about the thing I mentioned.
All right, Drew. Why not update everyone on where we're at?
They're good friends of mine. They're going to help us with the investigation. The more people we have working on this, the better chance we have of solving the case.
Okay.
We're very interested in your case.
May, these are the Hardy brothers, Frank and Joe.
And we want to know if you'd be interested in being a partner.
We're starting our very own detective agency. License, insurance, the whole thing. And...
Well, Joe and I have been talking recently about making things a bit more official. Since we're always called to solve crimes, we thought that maybe we should start getting paid for it.
What? What is it?
What? It's very businessy. You want to be impressed? We should finally show her our business plan for our new business.
And table manners. Not saying I'm impressed by that. Just stating a fact. I prefer someone who possesses a deep intellectual appreciation. So does committing them. What? It's true.
Solving crimes impresses people.
Otherwise, how are you going to impress anyone? Joe, you need to learn how to cook. Maybe let Frank teach you.
These look amazing.
Great job, Nancy.
Ooh, these smell delicious.
Hey guys, can you give me an update? It's going to be okay, Tegan. We'll figure it out.
I don't know. Maybe it's someone else who wants the Hathorne house. No one in AW is going to trust me after this. And the evidence is gone. All of this for nothing.
Why do you think anyone would do this?
The head of the AW organization. My family helped murder their ancestors. Which is why I've never told anybody, and now everyone knows.
Oh, but you're the...
Samuel Parris and his daughter Betty were the first accusers of witches. They were directly responsible for the execution of numerous people. And they are part of my family.
Okay.
Well, I found out something about my family. We changed our name. We used to be Parris.
Of course. It's okay. I understand.
When I started working at the museum, I was curious about our town's history. Because I think history is the most important thing. Santayana said, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. Right? So I didn't tell you everything. You know, it's just been really hard.
What is she doing at this time of night?
She said she might be late. I'm sure she'll be back soon.
Thanks.
The couch, unfortunately. All the other beds are taken. You can stay here tonight, if you want. Olivia.
Look, we're not going to get the answer tonight. Let's try again tomorrow. It's been a long day. You're serious? Are you serious?
In the cemetery.
A ghost!
There's...
Come on, let's get inside. Sorry, Ned. What happened? A leopard print lighter. Why here? Better hang on to this. This must be May's lighter. Deirdre would be upset if I left without her. She's waiting in the kitchen.
She's my sister. I just know, all right? Sorry. Things have been stressful around here. I really do appreciate your help. Okay. Bye.
Okay. But how do you know?
No, but she's innocent. I know. An accident happened when she was younger, and you might want to ask about it when you see her. Don't. You'll only upset her. She's not very forthcoming with strangers, and people tend to judge on appearances. You understand?
So, did she tell you what she was doing on that night?
Yes.
I understand completely. So she trusts you, right? Not easy in what way? I don't want to be insensitive. I'm just trying to understand why she'd be seen as a suspect because of her past.
Look, May hasn't had an easy life, okay?
Well, I'd like to start with what she was doing on the night that the arson took place.
Sure. What do you want to ask her? You can read all about Judge Hathorne when you come to the museum later. Gotta run.
I understand.
No. May's accident was in a fire. I just don't want her getting upset with unnecessary questions about things long over.
Is there some other fire I need to know about?
But yes, he was also the big-time judge that presided over the Salem witch trials. That was 2 questions. I said 1.
Oh, is that all?
Yes, John Hathorne was one of Salem's founders. His large house estate was the oldest surviving structure from 17th century Salem. Oh, I'm so sorry. The Hathorne house fire.
I'm sorry if I wasn't clear. I just thought since the Hathorne house is important to the town, you must know about it. Through the museum.
That's not what Nancy is asking about.
You told me she would be able to reach her. That's not the... What have you heard about it? Look, I appreciate you want help, but I don't want you dragging all that up and upsetting May.
Do you mind introducing me to May? What can you tell me about where the fire happened?
You live in a small town long enough, people make up their minds about who you are. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. It just is.
Really? That sounds surprising.
I used to be friends with his son. His son has had an interesting life, and he thinks it's my fault. He holds a grudge against me. Because
Why?
the man thinks I'm a bad influence.
Yeah, believe me, I know.
You can't live your life like that. You need to enjoy it. Enjoy it with people you love. I hope not. It's like her personal crusade, like only she can make it better or something.
Kinda sounds like me.
She takes her work really seriously. Like, she cares. A lot. Like, way more than most normal people do for their passion projects. It's not a hobby. It's more like something she has to do.
How come?
She has a strange way of showing it sometimes.
Okay, thanks. Well, she cared enough to get Deirdre and I involved.
I worry about her. I didn't say that. I just think it's possible that she could have.
So you think she did it?
Let me put it this way. Olivia is what we call in this town part of the witch business. Anything dramatic, spectacular, or with fire, she's usually involved.
Do you think Olivia would have any reason to light the Hathorn house on fire?
I don't know. They had some falling out a while ago. You should ask her.
Really? Why?
I can tell you she doesn't get along with my sister.
Anything at all?
I mean, I know she used to hang with my sister back in the day, but I guess they fell out or something. That's all I know. I don't.
I was just wondering if you knew her.
No, why would I go there?
You ever been inside?
No. But I know her daughter Lauren has that shop, Luminous Infusions. I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I can't. Just...
Okay, I understand. But I can't help you or anyone else if I don't know who they are.
I just can't. It's not only about me, okay?
Then why not just give the police an alibi? That's all they need.
And they're not going to have anything on me. Because he can't prove I did it.
They don't have anything on you. All we need is an alibi, and then they can't charge you with anything.
I appreciate being reminded of what happens when greedy people stay in charge. It was built by a cold, brutal man who sent a bunch of people to their death because he didn't understand them.
Oh? Why? Because it's historically significant?
All the time. I appreciated it.
Did you ever visit the estate?
Can't believe it's gone. What can I say? People are stupid.
That doesn't seem like a good reason to burn down a building.
It's called prejudice. I look different. Or something like that.
Okay. Why does everyone think you did?
I didn't burn down the Hathorn house.
Do you and the judge know each other? Have a history? Your sister really cares about you. Can you tell me anything about Olivia Ravencroft? Did you know Frances Tuttle very well? Look, I spoke with the judge. May, I know you don't know me that well, but I'm here to help you.
Thanks. This means a lot to me.
I have a knack for finding things that other people miss.
Are you always snooping around?
Outside the front door.
Whoa. Didn't think you'd actually do it. Where'd you find it? Whoa. I lost this days ago. Where'd you find it?
I'm on it.
It's not in my room, but could be anywhere else in the house, I guess. I've not gone farther than the steps outside the house for days. Can't be far.
Of course. Any idea where to start?
I didn't lose it burning down a building. I just dropped it somewhere. You gonna help me or not?
A lighter?
Okay. It's a lighter. Animal print design on it.
Come on. Let me help. Well, yeah, obviously. It's what I'm good at.
What, you're gonna try to find it?
Thing? Can you describe it?
I lost this thing the other day.
What?
Ugh. So I don't know what it is. Don't go through my trash.
So?
Yeah, I can read.
I found it in your trash. It says, I know.
What is that? Ugh, you're so weird. I don't. Can you just leave her out of this? I don't want her being involved with my problems.
Well, I thought you might have an opinion, or...
Why don't you ask her?
Looks like she's working on an interesting installation.
Good for you.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Magic. We all know about Olivia and her... Okay.
No, I just only discovered them kinda recently.
Are you pretending to like this band because I like it?
What?
They never change drummers. Now you know how I feel.
Why does no one believe me?
It's just, you don't look like you listen to this music. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, too bad they changed drummers. Yeah, too bad they changed bassists.
You like this?
Yeah, we were listening on the way over. First album was much better. Have you ever seen this lighter before? So, I found this letter. Guess what I found? Do you mind if I look around the house? We saw Tegan at the museum. So, we met this interesting woman named Olivia. Hey, what are you listening to?
Do better? I'll be in the kitchen.
She really doesn't want to talk. This could be difficult. Any advice?
Yeah.
Hi. I had a few things I wanted to talk to you about. Nice to meet you. It's usually something much more personal.
And in your experience?
Possibly. Means, motive, and opportunity. We need to start interviewing. See if anyone checks off those 3 boxes.
Who could gain something by burning down a house? Insurance claim, maybe?
Sure.
All right. Are we going into town or what?
I know him. Not well, but enough to get through his door and have a conversation.
They told me there's a Judge Danforth in town, and he's going over the particulars of the Hathorn House estate. I found his office, but he kinda never let me enter his office. Believe me, I tried.
Well, whatever or whoever it is, there's an explanation behind it. Did the police give you anything? Anything at all?
What? No. There was some weirdo there who told me the ghost was going to steal my soul. It was totally creepy. And then I found out that everyone in this town believes in ghosts, so I didn't enter.
The ghost?
But I never went inside. So I went to check out the Hathorn house myself. Everyone does.
So they think she did it.
And when they found out I was May's cousin, they started laughing. And they're still going through the evidence.
And?
Yeah, because I went to the police station. A non-answer?
You gave May a non-answer when she asked why it took you so long to stop by here.
What do you mean? Gotta be honest, it does sound more fun than the museum. Side by side.
You don't have to come with me.
You don't have to investigate everything, Drew. Olivia steals Tegan's visitors, sounds like. You really want to do the dumb tour?
Yeah, I do. She might know something. I wonder why Tegan doesn't like her.
You mean I want to meet the real witch of Salem?
It'll give us a good overview of the town.
Don't tell Tegan that's your plan.
Yeah, I'll probably just ask her.
I don't know.
Pop? No, punk. Industrial? Drum and bass. Oh, what kind?
She doesn't know you. She'll warm up to you. Eventually. She's always listening to music. Maybe try that.
What were you actually doing before you picked me up from the airport? This tour sounds interesting. May seems a bit off.
Are you ready to leave yet? We don't have all day. See? That's proof right there. You are definitely hallucinating.
I was going to say, we make a pretty good team.
What? You want that chowder now? The offer expired.
Hey, I appreciate your concern.
At least not until you get the twigs out of your hair. You do look kinda... Well, maybe don't video chat with the boyfriend. Yeah, well, without a will, what can she really do?
There doesn't seem to be much progress made.
How's that working out for her?
Yeah. Oh, and that lawyer, Alicia Cole, represents her.
So if it does exist, Lauren would get the estate.
Because they can't find it, they assume it doesn't exist.
Judge Danforth never mentioned that.
Did you know that Francis Tuttle had a will? Hey, sounds fun to me.
Okay. And then we can plan road trips to find Bigfoot and aliens and the Loch Ness Monster.
It's worse than that. I think in order to know, I need to see it again. And you need to come with me. Tomorrow.
You really think what you saw was real?
Right. I think. It's unlikely anyway.
You're not buying Olivia's story that some coven of witches came here to unleash ghosts to take revenge by burning it down, though. Right? Right.
That the two are related. The fire and the ghosts.
I don't know what to tell you, Drew. It's as weird as moon chunk cheese ice cream and sandals with socks. But my instinct is...
It's been a long day. I think I'm just gonna call it a night. I found out something interesting from Lauren Holt. I don't know how to explain it, but I saw something. I do find working a mystery strangely calming. Okay.
Okay. So let's go through it.
Don't think it'll help. I need answers.
I could get you more chowder. Good.
What? No. I've calmed down enough to drive back. It's outside.
Wait, you didn't leave my car out there, did you?
I'm not used to being so freaked out. I don't know what I'm saying.
Smoke and mirrors or whatever it is you do. You're saying it's real? Well, yeah, but I didn't think for a second that you would. I guess I thought you'd go up there and find...
Didn't you want me to see it? Didn't you want me to look into it? It's not a joke. Deirdre, I saw her.
This is a really good performance. Very un-Nancy Drew-like. Wow. Never thought you'd try to pull a joke like this. I underestimated you.
The ghost, Deirdre. The ghost at Hathorn House. The one you were talking about. I saw it.
What are you talking about?
I saw it. Or her. I guess it could have been a him, too. It was too confusing to really make out.
I can't believe you, Drew. I thought you were here to help.
If May were willing to give an alibi, we could clear this up tonight. But she's not talking to anyone, it seems. We are all allowed to enjoy some amount of privacy, but her refusal to be interviewed leads me to believe she is hiding something.
Ha! Tegan may look like she's running things around here, but she can barely drive, let alone commit destructive acts of vandalism. And I'm not going to tell it to you. Okay?
Sounds like a story.
No. It's better if I handle this solo. I'm a whiz with microfiche. Don't ask me why.
Yeah, sure. We can go together.
If it's all the same to you, I'd prefer to handle this. You were going to look into the history of ownership of the Hathorn house, right?
Kidding. I'm sure it's nothing, but we'll go to the cemetery today and investigate anyway. Maybe we can add ghost hunting to our detective services.
I just built some new equipment that I'd love to try out.
I'm not so sure.
No, supernatural. A ghost, a real ghost, with thoughts and memory and agency.
Sure, some sort of combination of gaseous blow-off and light refraction.
What?
Cool.
Hey, table that.
A partner? Huh. Speaking of which, where's Deirdre?
I don't think the Witch of Salem is burning anything except people's hard-earned money. Those magic tricks are for kids. Exactly. It's the absence of a case, which is why May should be considered innocent.
Tegan seems pretty motivated to have a claim on the Hathorn house. I really need to talk to May before I lean in any direction. That magic that Olivia was using is so similar to what I saw in Austria. I don't think the judge burned down the house. But losing the accused witch's evidence seems a little too convenient.
What? You don't think so? Well, he's a jerk. Maybe he burned down the Hathorn house.
Yeah, I kinda got that. I think the feeling's mutual.
I don't like the judge.
I meant the case. What do you think about it?
Yeah, well, they were much better before they changed their bassist.
Why wouldn't I?
Really? You like this?
It's good. Yeah, totally.
First album was better.
So, any thoughts?
What's going on? You weren't answering your phone. Drew!
Well, that was... yeah.
Call you later, Nancy.
Nancy, I'll call you later.
2.
Hey, give it back.
I miss you.
Wait, what?
I miss you, Nance. Standard fare. Nothing too crazy.
Sounds like you're having fun.
Yeah, 1 second.
Ned, come on.
This isn't work for me. It's fun. Besides, crime doesn't take a vacation. Speaking of which, how's yours?
Busy on another case, huh? You should really enjoy yourself more, Nance. Life's too short to be working all the time.
Sorry. I've been on a flight.
Thanks for finally picking up. Nance, how have you been?
Ned! Hi. I'll try.
Usually. So find a way. You're kind of my last hope to reach her. You're good at finding ways to get people to open up. You need to get May to trust you. If she trusts you, she'll open up and tell you the truth. And then you'll see.
I'm not cold. And I never said I was brilliant either.
Not everyone can be as brilliant and cold as you are.
Only if you really want to. Talk to you later.
We're not passing on a chance like this. Be there before you know it. Say no more. It just so happens that ghost hunting is our specialty. Hold on.
What is it? What's wrong?
This case, I've never seen anything like it. It felt real. I can't explain it.
Sorry, what?
I saw a ghost. There's something I have to get off my chest.
Public safety. It's all the same. A technicality.
That's a fire department logo. I said police.
Sending you a pic. When can we expect payment?
Really?
We won!
They have a witch on their emblem.
Sorry?
What is the town of Greenwich, New York?
There's always an explanation. Gotta remember that.
Nancy Drew. Oh, this is the girl I was telling you about?
Hey, at least I got you to get off your butt and finally visit me.
No, you haven't.
I've been accused of worse.
How you holding up? I know. I had to check in with your case at the, Look, I didn't want to bother you.
You jerk. Tegan said you've been in town for days, but you haven't come by.
Deirdre, sorry, you're bunking with May. Make yourselves at home. Well, Deirdre, what people here can be like. She doesn't trust easily, not since... Of course, I have time for one question, if it'll help.
Sorry. I know you're in a rush. It would really help.
Nancy, we just got here.
Thanks, Tegan. I appreciate you letting us stay. Before you go, do you have time for a quick question?
That was a long time ago. Look, I'm sorry, I gotta get going. Running late to an appointment.
Be careful. I thought you two used to be friends.
Oh, I almost forgot. After you girls get comfortable, you two should swing by the museum. Might as well take in some history while you're here, right? Just don't get suckered into that witch's walking tour. Olivia Ravencroft is not a witch. She would have you believing all kinds of nonsense about the town being full of ghosts. I'm sorry, are you hungry? There's clam chowder, homemade. A little taste of New England. I made up the guest bedroom for you, Nancy. She's innocent. I don't know why she won't help herself. She's got a difficult reputation.
Assisting? Yeah.
Deirdre tells me you'll be assisting her in clearing my sister's name. Tegan Perry, welcome to my home. Well, our home, although right now my parents are literally on safari in Namibia, so while their daughter is being convicted of a crime she didn't commit, I'm taking care of things around here. They'll be home soon. Hopefully. A very expensive courier is tracking them down in the bush. Top notch. I found him on the internet.
I'm good, thanks.
Oh, I'm sorry. How are you, Deirdre? You know, you live in the same neighborhood for 20 years, and you'd expect your neighbors to be a little more understanding when your family is falsely accused of a horrific crime.
And remember, things happen after midnight in Salem. All right, let's not hug or anything. You should check in with Lauren Holt. She still lives up there. Take the keys for my car. It's way too far of a walk all the way there.
Oh, wow. That was really sweet.
Be careful out there, Drew.
You know what? Better idea. I'll go. You stay here and see if maybe May feels like talking to you.
You do remember what I told you about that place, right?
Yeah. Do you have flashlights?
Tonight. Like, in the dark.
We have to go to the Hathorn house. Tonight. I don't know yet. I'm getting through to her, though.
Okay, yeah, obvi. But what?
She's protecting something. Or someone.
Well, Tegan.
Because I'm in the car talking to you?
And you will. Once you've gained her trust. Why haven't you done that yet? What's wrong? No, not ghosts. People swear there's something in that house. Too many people believe it to not be true. Could be a wild animal or a toxic waste dump, I don't know. Just keep your guard up, okay?
There's no such thing as ghosts, Deirdre. I'll be fine.
A house? It's Francis Tuttle's will.
Well, what is it? What is it?
Something moved. This is so exciting. Within the house.
What? Really? Amazing!
I found it. It's here. Easy. What a clever desk. It even comes with a labyrinth. Where is that?
AW? No. But I have some tools in the shop that might be able to cut it free. In my shop. I'll go. Meet me there.
It's locked behind some sort of cage, though. The lock says AW. Any ideas?
Are you sure this is the right way?
This doesn't seem right.
Getting closer. We're on track. This seems right. Deep breaths. We have directions to follow. Everything will be fine.
Need to make sure we don't get lost down here. One misstep and we might never get out. Okay, just relax. We'll retrace our steps.
How did we end up here?
This is a dead end.
Oh, nothing.
Did you say something?
Oh, no. Should look at May's directions more closely. This castle is huge, but there's no time to go exploring. Elizabeth? Elizabeth!
Good, good. I knew you'd enjoy the challenge. The Book of Apologies has become relevant in a legal dispute in Salem, and Judge Danforth wants to do the right thing.
Don't worry, Dad. I don't mind at all. I live for cases like these.
Sorry about crashing your vacation, but you are already in the area.
And then you thought of me.
Judge Danforth. We go way back, has a son about your age. He came to me for help tracking down Samuel Sewell's descendants, and I came across a living relative, Dr. Hurst, in Salzburg.
Hugh?
Great. Thank you, Nance. This'll set Hugh at ease.
Just found the Book of Apologies. Almost done here. This canister looks to have been used as a homemade smoke bomb. Hot on the trail of the Book of Apologies in the castle archive. Yeah, that's where I am right now, actually.
Good, good. So you visited Mosham Castle?
The thief jumped down. Yes, I'm having a blast. The scenery is gorgeous and I'm loving the food. Not to mention mysterious castles are my jam. Ran through here.
Hey, how's my girl? Having a good time in Salzburg?
Hi, Dad.
Hello. You've reached the voicemail inbox of Ned Nickerson. I apologize that I did not come to the phone in a timely fashion. Please feel free to leave a message after the beep.
So much for my vacation.
Just kidding. Here comes the real one. Hi. If you're hearing this, that means I can't come to the phone right now. Sorry, but don't despair. Tell me everything you want to say after the beep. Beep.
I can't come to the phone right now, but leave me a message and I'll get back to you. Take care.
Sounds like she's in a call. Maybe later then.
Wait, don't hang up on me.
Deirdre, I have to call you back.
Listen, I know we haven't exactly been besties in the past, but I'm in the middle of something big, and
Deirdre, can I call you back? I'm in the middle of... Dr. Hurst? Where is that?
Nancy! This way!
Nancy Drew. It's Deirdre Shannon.
What? The book! They took the book! Hey, what are you doing? This is the only way out besides the door. The thief must still be close. The Book of Apologies.
Oh, this is so the worst idea I've ever had. I'll pick you up from the airport.
You're welcome. I think it might even be fun.
Ugh, you're already annoying me, and you're not even here yet.
In any case, a fresh perspective would do me good. I thought I had reached a dead end, but it looks like I have to go to Massachusetts anyway.
Seriously?
I'd love to.
Oh, are you sure?
Well, it so happens that the case I'm on is connected to Boston, which is just nearby Salem, and I was never a big believer in coincidences.
Ugh, yes, don't make this more painful. I could use your professional opinion, okay?
You want my help?
Obvi. Come on, Drew. My cousin has, well, she's gotten into some trouble here, and I thought I could help her out. But it turns out this situation is much more complicated than I anticipated. So now I'm calling you to ask for some guidance.
Salem? As in witch trial Salem?
You know where I am right now? Salem.
Yes, Deirdre. What is it? A ticket to Boston. A.W. Same as the desk. No! Come on. Gotta figure out which way they went. Must be a clue here. Stop running! Stop! Hard to tell how far up we are. An old chest. But it won't open. But that's not really important right now. And for God's. He asks for her forgiveness. I do regret to write to you in this state. I have been racked with guilt as my fervency of spirit was too great to determine a conviction just.
What does it say?
I found a letter. It's addressed to Abigail Hathorne Woodley. Sounds like a man full of regret. Give ear to my prayer, O God, and hide not yourself from my plea for mercy. Much better. What a wonderful view.
Yes, indeed. A how-to guide for hammering out witchcraft. It was written in 1487 by a man whose name I won't even bother to mention because he used bunk science to send hundreds, if not thousands, of people to their deaths. Yes, Judge Sewell was a Puritan. They believed they should only have purposeful or utilitarian possessions, very little value outside their stated use.
There really isn't much here. Depends on who's reading it. It's often misinterpreted.
Yes, he believed in the healing powers of the good book. Of course, the Bible was also used to justify executing people.
You said Judge Sewell was a pious man.
Yes.
Allegedly.
It was a ledger containing all the names of the accused witches from the Salem witch trials. Judge Sewell had doubts about his convictions, and he wrote the book as a means to make amends.
And what's inside this alleged book?
Yes. That desk is where he spent most of his time working when he wasn't in court. Custom made. If the Book of Apologies does exist, he would have written it at that desk.
Is this Judge Sewell's desk? Some of this stuff looks very old, but it doesn't look like it's very useful. Can barely see my own hands. There has to be a window in here somewhere.
Take all the time you need.
He's looking into it as a favor for the current judge in Salem.
Oh. Do you perhaps know why Carson would need such a book? Just out of curiosity, of course. It's just such a very unusual request. Yes, I'm here.
Good luck, Nancy. Keep me in the loop.
No problem, Dad. I'll get back to it. Talk to you later.
As I mentioned, it's the book written by Judge Samuel Sewell himself, detailing the names of people accused of witchcraft. Sewell was one of the very few judges who regretted his actions. The book became his way of finding redemption. Sewell himself was originally from England, but acted as a judge in the Salem witch trials.
He'll greatly appreciate that. Thanks again, Nancy.
Right, I see. I'd better get this book to him ASAP then. From time to time. Easy. Gotta move slowly.
Do you do these kinds of things a lot?
Though I have to admit, visiting a castle is something I've never been able to turn down. Malleus Maleficarum. Wow. The Hammer of Witches itself. Gives me chills knowing what it did. Lucky I was already here on vacation. I was quite surprised when he called and asked me to come.
Oh, Carson and I are not that close. He reached out to me because I'm the historian keeping track of all the relics here. And, as he guessed, we should have the Book of Apologies somewhere. Yes, the Frittatensuppe. The locals consider it traditional.
The pancake soup was great.
I do enjoy it here myself. I'm not from Austria. I was brought here by my work. The food is quite an experience.
I'll get back to it.
Your father didn't tell you?
What else can you tell me about the Book of Apologies? How long have you known my dad? Austria is wonderful. So, you've seen his Book of Apologies.
And since we are the premier historical reference on witch trials, it ended up here. The Salzburg witch trials predate the Salem witch trials by 17 years, actually. After the incidents in Salem, Judge Sewell willed his personal effects to be preserved by whichever museum would have them. Oh, great. You know, that room used to be a prison cell. Mossam Castle was the site of the most famous and violent witch trials in Austrian history. All of Judge Sewell's effects are there, just as your father requested. Although I will tell you, as I told him, the desk is locked, and I don't have the key. But I will gladly stay and answer any questions you have from the other side of this door. Yes, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself.
It's so warm and inviting in here. Why?
That's all right, Miss Drew. I'd prefer to stay out here.
So, are you coming in? Feels like ages since I was on my last adventure. Dr. Hurst? Ghost? Can't say I've ever seen one, but they are non-corporeal by definition.
Well, let's just say that ghosts exist in this castle. And if they do exist, they definitely haunt that room.
You mind if I ask why? Is there something scarier in here than creaky floors?
I've never actually been in that room. The book written by Judge Sewell? Oh, no. I recommend opening the window for some light. There's no electricity here. Well, in that room at least.